You've chosen stop grandfather. Let's see what happens. You look at grandfather's defiantly and step towards him. He stares you down, rage, throws your lamp at the floor. You manage to catch it, but just barely. Several drops of hot oil hit the rug, not nearly enough to start a fire. Lamp's glass is blistering hot. It burns your hands, but you still hold on to it safely. Yellow burn sky. You ruined everything. You are unprepared like mother. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Enraged, he takes a swing. You squeeze your eyes shut. But he does not hit you. Instead, there is a deep exhalation. You pick at him with one eye, just in time to see him collapse, all his strength fading away. His chest is heaving. His face a grimace of contempt. Another heavy explanation. Exhalation. The contempt is gone. There's only fear now. Grandfather's eyes open wide, almost in surprise. He exhales. His eyes grow dim. Mother is there, whispering a prayer. She is shaking violently. You put the oil lamp gently on a bedside table and call for the servants. They carry the body away. It does not disappear till death has found him. He will never return. You spend the rest of the night with Mother in the sitting room. She will not let go of your hand. For many, many nights afterward, she keeps seeing grandfather's shadow out of the corner of her eye. Paul returns from Eterna the morning after. He is unusually composed as he arranges for the funeral. The house becomes quiet, not the looming heavy sort of quiet of the past few months, but the calm relief. You all feel now that the crashed old man is no more. At last, Gregor Brante, the family's patriarch, has departed for the hereafter. So status through death. Yep. And relations, yeah, he's indifferent to us. So we are even really noble, that's great. We enterprising, that's good. Ingenuity has been risen. And willpower -5, not so good, to be honest, not so good. But we haven't had choice, right? Your grandfather, Sir Gregor Brante, left this world forever to meet the twin gods. Last respects. The night of grandfather's death shook your family to the core. Yet, no matter how it happened, your grandfather, Gregor Brante, is dead and will never return. He was a fearful shadow looming over the rest of the family, the Brante patriarch, exerting his influence on all the lives below him. And all of you will remember him forever. Father is a new patriarch of the family now, yet he still cannot bring himself to sit at the head of the table, where Sir Gregor used to preside. Stefan locks himself away in grandfather's bedroom every day. He will not talk to anyone. Gloria and Nathan still jump at every sound that so much as resembles the knocking of his walking stick. Mother spends all day in prayer at the temple. And yet the house has become calm and quiet with his passing. But there is one more thing that must be done, the final farewell. It weighs heavily upon your soul. The day comes to pay your final respects. Father goes to the tomb alone, save for Stefan, Nathan, and you. Mother and Gloria stay at home. Only nobles, or those who may become nobles, may join this ritual. There is a solemn silence as you walk to the crypt. Papa is the one who breaks this silence when you finally reach the door of the family crypt. Your grandfather built this crypt, and now he will be the first Brante to remain here in body forever, the first ever noble in our family. It is our duty now, called to the sacrament of flowing blood for Sir Gregor. We will honor his legacy and join him as the founder of the noble Brante dynasty. Stefan perks up at father's words. His hands still clutch grandfather's sword. Tradition decrees that it must remain in a niche above the owner's sarcophagus. Nathan, on the other hand, looks even more frightened now. Stairs carved of white stone lead you downward. Deep in a gloom or crypt, atop a pedestal, you see the sarcophagus that holds grandfather's body. Father takes a moment to compose himself before paying his final respects. Gregor Brante, my father, brought our family into nobility through his unshakable will. He was a judge and a loyal servant to the empire. He lived his life as if he had been born a noble, and he never strayed from the path he had chosen. He sought to make the Brante family ennobled by the sword, so that our children's children might be of noble birth. The twins know I abided by my father's words all my life, even if I could not obey him every time. Father lets Solve a bit chuckle as he says this. Stefan glares at the father, then turns to glare at Nathan, at you. After all, the two of you were born of father's shameful decision to marry Kamana. All of you remember his disastrous passing. He did not die the true death he deserved. Yet, we all must know that he fought for the future he believed in, to the very end, and he would be proud to see his family bid him farewell with this sacrament to the nobility. Stefan still glares at father sullenly. His fingers remain clutched around grandfather's sword. Nathan barely pays attention to the words. He looks around with unease, his arms folded across his chest. Father reaches into his jacket and pulls out a slant dagger, thin and sharp. He takes off his gloves. Watch me carefully, my sons. Make a small cut on the palm of your hand and let your blood flow into this duct on the wall of the crypt. It will join your grandfather's blood here and flow forever. Then ancestor and progeny will become as one. We shall end our family's blood tide and receive grandfather's final blessing, for his blood flows first in our blood tide. He will respond to you. You are part of him, and he is part of you. With a quick motion, father slices his hand and holds the bleeding cut above a small opening in the wall. Then he hands the dagger to Stefan. Stefan cuts his hand without hesitation and does as father did. He receives the dagger next. The dagger's handle feels warm. You hesitate for a moment as you look at the palm of your hand. If you participate in this ritual, you will enter the Brante blood tide. You, a low-born child, a child who is still a commoner. Are you ready to claim your legacy as a descendant of the nobleman Gregor Brante? The eyes of your father and brothers are upon you. Now that the youngest brother will follow your example, you can be certain of this. And unfortunately, because we didn't meet nobleman sacrament, and because our nobility 6, and I mean 5, not 6, and Gregor Brandt is no more than 2, like we can't ask for grandfather's blessing, so it means we have to give the dagger back. So I'll do it next time, but not this one. Right, because kind of we read that. Yeah, so that's all. Thank you.